Well, hello, my loves. Welcome to another angel guided message with Limitless Light. I am so happy and grateful that you're with me today. All right. I am doing this reading on Thursday, pre recording. So this message is going to be timeless. All right. To cross the clear path, it was meant for you. Let's go. Let's see what beautiful message, angel number, Spirit wants to give us today. What do we need to know for the beautiful sign of Aquarius? For their highest good. What do we need to know, Spirit, for the beautiful Aquarius, for their highest good? Thank you. 101, starting over. Wow. 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 That's all I can say is wow. All right, Spirit. Yes, we're starting over. Yes, we are. Happiness is linked to self-expression, growth, and experiences. Learn from your failures is key. Okay. All right, my loves. I know I forgot to do the singing bowl. I was so excited to jump into this reading, okay? I'm trying to coordinate um, and follow my guidance and trying to incorporate um, better understanding of how these angel numbers affect us and how they are so relatable in our everyday lives and how history repeats itself, okay, and how these numbers are intertwined in that, okay, because numbers are everywhere, right? And so with this angel number 101 of starting over, and it expresses happiness is linked to self-expression, growth, um, and experiences, okay? And learning from failures. Happiness is real, possible, all right? Understanding its process and pursuit of it. Joy is fluid. It is the little things and the big ones. Fails are fun, start fresh. I'm not sure what that means, but from another perspective, we are, we are, okay, we are to express ourselves with intention, okay, for our Father's goodness, all right? We to set the tone for that. You know, you want to sing, you want to express goodness, you want to express your gratitude, okay, uh, for God's unwavering love and justice, all right? So this is comes from the Psalm of 101, okay? Verse 1. Okay. Um so we have to we're coming to a pivotal point in our lives where we're making decisions on how we want to live our life. Okay. So um that's what starting over is. How are we going to move forward in our life? What types of morals and values uh, will we instill? Okay. Um, are we going to walk with faith or in a way that's pleasing to our Heavenly Father? All right. Um, how are we going to move? Being chosen means that we live our life a certain way. Okay. All right. So, with that said, are you prepared to make those choices? Are you ready? Are you really ready? All right. This is a part of our spiritual development. Okay. So are you really ready? for this new beginning. Okay? Making a difference. You know, how do you see yourself proceeding in this new life? You know, are you bringing joy? Are you bringing chaos? Are you bringing peace? Are you bringing stress? What follows you? Because within this, we have to decide who and how we're going to associate with people. In that psalm, you know, we have to be able to, let me get my notes, assert ourselves in that way. Let me get my notes. This is David, okay? This is David in his Psalms. Um, you know, and he's declaring that, you know, his focus uh, on God's attributes of love, loving kindness, and mercy and justice, right? So with those, you know, with those guidelines in place, it really is going to call to us. How are we going to move forward? You know, will we have a passion um, for the things that we love to do that will be righteous in our Heavenly Father? You know, it really relates to God's love, okay, and the justice um, that, yeah, there's justice and judgment. You know, not contradicting what together for the good of His people is, right? Starting over, how do you plan to move forward? How are you making a difference? How are you, you know, what is your main purpose? We're being called to really, really assess that. Really take a look at that. All right, Spirit, what do we know? Need to know. What else do we need to know? Thank you. Yeah, starting fresh. A lot of us are. We all are. One day. One day. When you least expect it, you're going to crash into someone who is going to be so soft and gentle with your heart. Oh, oh. So be open. You're going to be glad that you chose to believe that you deserve more. You deserve so much more. What did I say in my last meeting? That God doesn't owe us anything but desires to give us everything. Desires to give us everything. Hmm. And so now, you know, Spirit is sending a love connection your way, or someone who is under, you know, who can be gentle with your heart, who doesn't abuse your heart. Okay. Hmm. Thank you, Spirit. So that's coming with your new start, Aquarius. That is coming with your new start. Okay. So be open to receive. You know, just be prepared. You know, all of these things are coming in all at once, I'm hearing. Everything's coming in all at once. You may be experiencing a crumbling, uh, but just as that is happening simultaneously, other things are happening. Okay, other things are happening. Hmm. Anything in this deck, Spirit? Anything in this deck that Aquarius needs to know? Thank you, Spirit. Wow, interesting. Yeah, this showed itself. This card showed itself in the last reading. It popped out, but I put it back, and here it is again. Aquarius. There is a tendency to push people away by isolating yourself from uncomfortable situations. Okay, we are being asked to look into new ways to break down the walls, to create better ways to connect with others. Okay, so Spirit is asking you not to keep your light to yourself. Open up and share it. So, like the fact that, we may be having these things happen to us. Know that you're not the only one. Yeah, I mean, we're all going through it, okay? So that's why it's so important to share. And that's why I ask my followers to put in the comments so that we can all see that we're not the only ones, that we're all in this together, that we are here to support each other, you know, that we can lift each other up and or give advice to each other on how you have overcame that particular obstacle. Okay, because certainly putting yourself in isolation is not a way to deal with things. You know what I mean? Um, we're being called to share our experiences um, than to keep them to ourselves. Okay, they be, our experiences are more beneficial when we can share them with others. Okay, and that requires letting go of pride and ego. I was there, so I understand. I understand. I understand. But for me, doing these readings and messages helps me to be able to share my experiences as it relates to what's happening. Hmm. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, share your light. Let's do that. Since that came out, let's do a share your light. Let's split the deck. Hmm. When you are being called to journey to. Hmm. When you are being called to journey to Imarma. Imarma. Let's find out. Let's do a deep dive into that Imarma. Some of us may be called out of our comfort zone to, um, do things that are extraordinary. You know, let's take a deep, Imrama. I'm trying to pronounce that word. Okay. Let's take a deep dive, shall we? Oh, there it is, 98. All right, all right, all right. So are you moving, to another location? Have you been called to do any service work? Um, are you feeling a need to be called to do service work outside of your hometown, maybe a different country, traveling abroad? Um, yeah. So the Celtic word Imar. Mama means a journey of the soul, a voyage on which we don't know where we are going, but our soul knows the way. This is so true. This is so, so true. There are many times where, in my life currently, I totally follow my intuition and synchronicity, um, things of that nature. Um, if you pull this card, you are either being called on a soul journey or are already on it. Okay, or on one. It could be to a physical ancient place or metaphoric. All right, when we journey to places that our soul remembers, a shift takes place, but both within us and to the planet as well. You are being called to journey to a place that is sacred to your soul. Perhaps it's a journey to the world's sacred site. Ah, yeah, yes. Okay, are called to cross the country, climb a mountain, lie on the desert floor, or drink from an ancient well. There are places to see and old friends to meet. I see spontaneous pilgrimages in your future. If, if a physical voyage isn't possible, journey through the portal of your heart. Follow the invisible soul trail and be willing to explore. Maybe read a book or watch a movie about a sacred time or place. Or perhaps you are being called to study an ancient lineage or body of words. That's like myself. I am being called to look deeper into angel numbers, okay? Because there is more significance to them, okay, than the generic meaning that most you all receive, okay? Um, and more and more and more, I'm being called to look into it, um, and it's referencing to biblical times. It really is. It's referencing more to biblical times, and I'm finding so much correlation between the angel numbers and the correlation of biblical time and the time period and the cycles and things that we are all experiencing now. So I really hope that the messages that you receive are inspiring and uplifting, that you can reference to, you can go back and reference to. Okay? Um, so this is where I am, um, and this is what I'm doing. So yes, I'll be going. I will be taking deep dives and looking deeper into um, the spiritual meanings and biblical meanings of angel numbers and how they are um, correlated and influencing our lives today. Okay, so um, with this card, Spirit is asking you. Okay, we're going to say it. May the seeds of light long ago planted begin to rise. I am ready to remember ancient secrets from lands that my soul knows from times past. May I be held by the ancient lineages that my soul has served, and remember that I don't have to do it all alone. Because we're in this all together. We don't have to do it alone. We don't have to isolate ourselves. Okay? There are those people who are experiencing and going through the same things we are going through, Aquarius. Okay? And it is helpful to speak with these people, to be able to share your experiences, because we can all learn from sharing our experiences as we are all stepping into space and time that we are unfamiliar with. Okay, we're unfamiliar with this. And yes, it seems like we're on shaky ground, literally on shaky ground, because life is getting shooken up right now. Okay, uh, it's like we are being shaken awake. Okay, yeah. Mm. Hmm. That's exactly what's happening. All right, that's exactly what's happening. All right, and the bottom of the deck, signs of remembering. Signs of remembers. Signs and reminders. Okay, signs and reminders. Let's take a deep dive in that. Just this is such a beautiful card of rebirth. Ah, so beautiful. Signs and reminders. 88, 88. Radiant energy. Yeah, Palladian energy, 88, sign of abundance. Angels and loved ones in heaven sending you signs of their presence now. That's what feathers, if you find feathers, particularly white feathers, butterflies, birds are for communication. Okay, butterflies, signs of rebirth and communication. We have rainbows, all right, all of it, all of it. Okay, all of these things are signs of communication. These are the synchronicities uh, that we are experienced to when we are in the moment. Okay, absolutely. And what I might say, what a beautiful moon last night. The moon was so gorgeous last night. It was so beautiful. I'm always called to the moon. Always. Always. So these are all messages of support. You are on the right path and you are being guided to know that you do not walk this path alone. Again, three messages of not being alone. Okay? When we are come to the realization that we are not separate. Oh goodness, chill. That we are not separate from God. That God is within us. We're never alone. Brings me tears of joy. I'm always crying, y'all. With this beautiful willow tree out here, I'm always crying. Because it's such a beautiful thing to know that as you sit in a room where you think it's empty, because you don't see a physical presence, that you're not alone at all. Because you physically can't see it does not mean that you are not alone. Hit that like button. You can resonate with that. Hit that like button. I certainly can. Everything's a synchronicity assigned for me. And it all begins to make sense at some point. Okay. In times of need, angels are beside you, my love, blessing your heart with love and healing. Oh, must have been in the previous reading. I don't know what happened to it. Okay. All right. Um, so angels and your angels and loved ones in heaven also will never leave you. Their love will never die. Now I might have told you the story. Yeah, it was in a reading within this week. Okay. Um, I was in a car with a friend of mine, both starseeds, um, and the radio popped on. Whitney Houston was singing just the end of the song. And the end of that song, the song was, I will always love you. And it was just, and at the end of that, how she runs the lines at the end. I will always, and she goes, love. And then she just that whole line was beautiful. And we looked at each other. I don't know if they knew, but that song was speaking to me. Okay? It was speaking to me because I know that God loves me. I know my loved ones, my deceased spouse loves me. I know my grandma loved me. So to hear that, that will stick in my mind forever. So it's those types of synchronicities, you know, that remind us that we're not alone. Mm-mm. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. All right? Their love will never die. Why? Because it's energy. We need to start thinking how energy really works. Energy doesn't die, y'all. It doesn't. When we leave this earth, we just transcend into energy and it doesn't die. So that's another story. Okay? So angels love to send you signs, okay? Because often we're not in a space where we can fully listen to the guidance. So most of the time, because we may be too busy, are not willing to listen to the messages, okay? We hear on the inside. So and signs um, catch our attention, okay? The synchronicity, the angel number, okay? They catch your attention. Feathers, the birds, the animals, the weather, all of it. The changes in the earth, all of it. All right. Um, So they remind us that our angels and loved ones in spirit are with us and willing to help us. If you have never found yourself questioning certain events or signs, it's because somewhere within you, you don't feel fully adequate or worthy of the love that is being shown to you. Know that you're worthy. You are worthy. You are worthy of having a love, okay, that someone is gentle with, that someone is understanding with, okay? You're worthy of it all. And spirit reminds us of this, okay? Through signs and synchronicities, through music, okay? Through articles you might read, right? Because we are, we are limitless, right? We are limitless. That's what we are. So when you receive a sign, there is an important step that you must take in order to usher miracles into your life. Call in the help, my love. A sign is a message that help is available. And so welcome it in, okay, with an open heart. Open it in. You're not alone. You're not alone, okay? There's a lot of us that are here. You have the support of your ancestors and your loved ones in heaven, synchronicities, your angels. Come on now. You got a whole army. Woo! Ooh, you got a whole army. Don't you forget it. Don't you forget it. Don't you forget it. All right. Angels of Abundance cards. Thank you, Spirit. Work for abundance. Words of abundance. You have the ability to instantly manifest abundance by choosing powerfully positive words. Always describe your own and the world's economic situation in loving and optimistic terms. And that is what you will attract for yourself and others. Again, be mindful that, things may be crumbling around you, Aquarius. Things may be following, the walls of Jericho. mm. The walls of Jericho may be falling around you, but know, okay, it is a process that we must go through to start over. Start over. Have faith. Have faith that, that things are going to come out in your favor. Express yourself with joy and enthusiasm. Okay? All right? Express yourself with joy and enthusiasm. Right? Making a difference. Showing up for yourself and for others. Okay? This is just a period in time. All right? We're all going to get through it. All right, my loves? I hope this message was able to bring you some inspiration. All right? Um, uplift your spirits. I am sending you limitless love and light. Thank you for sharing your lovely energy with me. Have a wonderful and blessed day.